2019 Nissan X-Trail review. The Nissan X-Trail SUV is really a large, 5-seat family SUV while using option to upgrade to 7 seats for people needing to accommodate larger families. It was facelifted in August 2019 to supply the range some midlife extra zip. While the X-Trail is comparable in size to your Honda CR-V, which has only 5 seats, more direct competition also comes in the form in the Hyundai Santa Fe, Kia Sorento and Skoda Kodiaq, all offering space for 7 in the SUV body style. What's clear is Nissan has followed the present-day trend of softer, more family-friendly motoring through an on-road bias, in contrast to something more utilitarian much like the first and second generation X-Trails. Choice of 2 diesels, the other petrol. Buyers can specify their X-Trail that has a choice of 1.6-litre and a couple of .0-litre DC diesel engines, then one 1.6-litre DIGT petrol unit. Both 2- and 4-wheel drive versions are available while using diesels, even though the petrol is merely available in 2-wheel drive form. Most Brits opt for the 2WD option. The 2-wheel drive 1.6-litre DC 130 could be the one to opt for if low running cost is a priority, since its 130 horsepower output and 11.4-second 0 to 62 mph time suit an even more relaxed driving style. 4-wheel drive models are slightly quicker, nevertheless it's the greater powerful 2.0-litre DC 177 that gives strongest performance on their whole lineup. The 1.6-litre turbocharged petrol, badged DIGT 163, might be more of a distinct segment option inside a big, family SUV, but performance is comparable to the higher-powered diesels, although fuel economy are not quite as impressive. Nissan X-Trail, practical interior with space for 7. As standard, the X-Trail is often a large 5-seat family SUV, however, you can upgrade to your 7-seater if you would like 2 extra pews that fold out with the boot floor. They're not one of the most spacious list of third-row chairs offered, however, if you occasionally want the extra versatility, they're useful. Around 40% of buyers order your third row of seats. Plenty of kit as standard. There are 4 trim levels to select from, but even entry-level Vizier models come well preloaded with most in the equipment most buyers would wish, and your choice is restricted to 1 diesel, 1 petrol and manual transmissions. If you wish more options, Ascenta, Envision and Tecna trim levels are available, which has a wider range of engine and gearbox combinations, in addition to the collection of 2- and 4-wheel drive. As you'd expect, top-level Tecna cars are filled with desirable technology and safety equipment for the extra bucks. 2 diesels then 1 petrol option. Most powerful diesel packs a punch. Petrol is pocky, but a market choice. Diesel fans are catered for from the X-Trail range, there's a collection of 2, whereas there's merely 1 petrol option. The diesels form the overwhelming taste X-Trail sales. Nissan X-Trail diesel engines. The 2 diesels available are called DC 130 and DC 177. The DC 130 is really a 1.6-litre turbocharged diesel engine producing 130 horsepower and 320 Nm of torque. 2-wheel drive variants will complete the 0 to 62 mph benchmark sprint in 11.4 seconds and tops out at 112 mph, whilst the CVT automatic version cuts this to 11.0 seconds and is particularly marginally quicker, which has a 116 mph top speed. Opt for any 4-wheel drive version, plus the run from 0 to 62 mph is cared for in 10.5 seconds that has a manual gearbox, and it'll continue on with a top speed of 117 mph. The DC 130 could be the most popular engine choice inside X-Trail range, and it's well suited to your car, with smooth yet punchy power delivery and reasonably low running costs. However, it could be quite noisy in the event you're pushing using a bit quicker, which you might need to do with lots of passengers and luggage on board. If the DC 130's output isn't enough, the DC 177 remedies this, having a useful 177 horsepower and 380 Nm of torque created from its 2.0-litre turbodiesel engine. Four-wheel drive could be the only option if you need the 6-speed manual gearbox. Along with this form, it'll move from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 9.4 seconds and onto a high speed of 127 miles per hour. Want the vehicle to change gear for you personally? The Xterra CVT Automatic, below, is available that has a choice of 2 and all-wheel drive powertrains. The former takes 9.6 seconds to perform the 0 to 62 miles per hour run and may top out at 124 miles per hour. As you move, the latter takes 10.0 seconds and definitely will run out of puff at 116 miles per hour. While it's a lot better than your everyday CVT box, is still not as close to some dual-clutch automatic like VW's DSG as we would like. There's still the sporadic moment of pushing the throttle and many noise erupting without much acceleration, and every once in a while the artificial gear steps get confused. Dig T163 may be the only petrol option. Sitting between your two diesels with regards to power will be the Dig T163 petrol engine. It's a turbocharged 1.6-litre 4-cylinder that you will also find within the popular Qashqai. As the name suggests, it generates 163 horsepower, but less 214 Nm of torque compared to diesel's offer. Power delivery is smooth and responsive, and it's great out and about. You may need to work the gearbox, on manual models, a little harder for the motorway in case you're planning overtaking maneuvers. Situations genuinely highlight having less punch compared to using the diesels. Performance is decent, though, which has a 0 to 62 miles per hour period of 9.7 seconds and a premier speed of 124 miles per hour, meaning it's with a par while using higher output diesel. Two-wheel drive along with a manual gearbox is the best only drive and transmission option, though safe as an alternative to scintillating. Good body control and comfy ride. Four-wheel drive provides all-weather ability. There isn't much to complain about here. Nevertheless, the X-Trail is unquestionably no sports vehicle. There's an obvious amount of body roll through corners, along with the car might be prone to active a fair bit over harsh bumps within the road. It's neither as comfortable nor as planted since it's Qashqai sibling. The two cars share the essential engineering platform underneath different bodies. The X-Trail feels a little more ponderous, but it really rides well, absorbing most lumps and bumps inside the road, even about the larger 18 inches and 19 inches alloy wheels. The facelifted Nissan X-Trail is really a simple car they are driving, which has a small turning circle, accurate and lighter weight steering, and good forward visibility. On the street, it's challenging to notice any great differences between two- and four-wheel drive versions on the X-Trail. It's only inclement problems that will highlight the drive and profit to have a four-wheel drive version, or if you want to take it off-road. However, the X-Trail is actually by no means probably the most accomplished off-roader on discount sales. Therefore, if that's important, then look elsewhere, because ground clearance isn't as impressive as something similar to a Land Rover Discovery Sport. If you frequently drive on slippery roads that happen to be particularly bad in the wintertime, you'll appreciate the protection and relief the four-wheel drive X-Trails offer. A rotary switch at the gear lever allows you to switch between 2WD and 4WD, even though electronics can summon all-wheel drive in both mode when they detect wheel slippage. Functional and well laid out interior. Easy to have comfortable in the driver's seat. Not as premium feeling as rivals. The cabin in the X-Trail feels quite grown up and reflects the harder, mature side of Nissan's arsenal. Majoring on practicality and comfort, the X-Trail feels fit for purpose, but it really is not probably the most exciting destination to spend time in, despite the 2019 facelift introduced new interior improvements, such since the flat-bottom tire. The dash is clearly laid out, having a large speedo and rev counter taking center stage. Between them sits a little screen, which may display quite a few parameters, including safety system information and information about your car's economy or performance. It's identical to you'll find inside the Qashqai, actually. Materials used from the cabin really feel hard-wearing, and surely not of the quality approaching premium rivals. Again, it's function over fashion here. the result is likely to be very resilient, but we had arrived disappointed because of the juxtaposition of classy squidgy, soft-touch plastics and brittle, Lego spec materials. The controls are laid out nicely, but Honda's CR-V trumps it in this respect, which has a gear lever that folds with less effort to hand, while quality of gear Sorrento is superior for the Nissans. The facelifted Nissan X-Trail, launched in August 2019, added a new controls, making it easier to determine the dials and boasting a heating element and also hardware. Fingers toasty on cold winter mornings. The trunk seats is usually heated on some models, too, although only as being a bench instead of individually. This could result in some squabbles with children, we predict. X-Trail majors on comfort for those on board. Supple suspension and several space. Refinement a substantial point, too. In to become car with better road manners and less of the focus on rugged off-roadability than its predecessors, the Nissan X-Trail's comfort levels are greater than they have been. Even the most of higher spec models come fitted with large 19-inch alloy wheels, and this also doesn't upset its composure. The seats are supple, making traveling big miles no issue at all, but they also could do which has a little more lateral support to hold you set up when you're cornering at anything over the snail's pace. It's a rather quiet environment too, although the diesel engine can sound just a little gruff when worked hard. This is worse with all the Xtronic CVT automatic gearbox. There's noticeably more wind and road noise, compared using the Nissan Qashqai. With less sound deadening and none of these cars' upgraded seals and aerodynamic trickery fitted from the 2019 facelift, the X-Trail may be quite loud at speed. All models filled with standard equipment. Even entry-level models well equipped. Top-spec models popular and won't make you wanting. Standard Nissan X-Trail SUV equipment. All Nissan X-Trail trim levels are specified with a lot of standard equipment, although all lose out on connectivity features, for example Apple CarPlay and Wi-Fi hotspots, quickly becoming must-have features for families within the move. Vizier. 17-inch alloy wheels. LED daytime running lights. 6 airbags. Electric parking brake. Electric windows. Aircon. 5-inch screen with Bluetooth, CD player, USB and ON connection. Cruise control. Drive mode system. Air center. Front fog lights. Rear privacy glass. Panoramic sunroof. Dual zone climate control. Electric folding mirrors. Automatic lights and wipers. In-connector. Smart vision pack, autonomous emergency braking, lane departure warning, traffic sign recognition. 7.0-inch touchscreen infotainment system with sat-nav. 360-degree camera. DAB radio. 18-inch alloy wheels. Keyless entry and ignition. Electric tailgate. Front and rear parking sensors. Techna. Blind spot monitoring. 19-inch alloy wheels. Moving object detection. Heated controls. Leather seats with two-tone tan and black option. Electric front seats with seat heating front and back. Automatic parking function. LED headlights with automatic high beam. Optional Nissan X-Trail SUV accessories. There are incredibly few factory optional extras available for the X-Trail. There are a handful of bundled option packs. Vizier Smart Vision Pack adds traffic sign recognition, lane departure warning, forward emergency braking and front and back parking sensors to Vizier spec cars. Our Center Smart Vision Pack, as per the above mentioned, aside from the parking sensors that are Al-Wachi standard. You also can upgrade to 7 seats for £1,000 on any model. 5 seats are standard, while metallic or pearlescent paint would be the other paid for extras. On top of the range Tector models, which are the cause of around 1-2 of UK sales, the normal black leather might be upgraded to cream leather. Look out also to the new upgraded Bose stereo with 8 speakers launched as part on the 2019 facelift package. Nissan X-Trail incorporates 5-star safety rating. Lots of normal kit and keep you safe. Should pay extra for most safety features. In comparison to its crash testing, Nissan X-Trail safety has become awarded 5 stars by Euro NCAP. There's a huge number of safety kit being offered, both in trim levels as well as available as optional extras. Every X-Trail gets 6 airbags together with hill start assist, tire pressure monitors as well as a speed limiter. They also include Nissan chassis control, which uses the brakes to stabilize the vehicle under various conditions, for instance undulating road surfaces or enthusiastic cornering in slippery conditions. You get stability and traction control systems along with ABS and electronic brake force distribution. There are 2 ISOFIX child seat attachments for the second row. The rearmost third row doesn't have this function. Features including automatic lights, main beam headlights and wipers can be found too, determined by trim level, as well as parking sensors and Nissan's bird's eye view 360-degree parking camera. Other safety measures on higher spec cars include traffic sign recognition, autonomous emergency braking, lane departure and blind spot warning systems and keyless entry, start. The 2019 facelift added a raft more safety functions, including autonomous braking in emergencies, which often can now spot small children and animals straying into the path due to radar sensors, rear cross tuned in to warn should you're planning to reverse into traffic, plus a hill hold function on manual cars that'll automatically apply the brakes to get a few seconds once you stop while on an incline. From spring 2019, Nissan's ProPilot are going to be offered about the X-Trail, bringing semi-autonomous features to let the vehicle drive available for you in certain, carefully prescribed conditions including traffic jams or on well-marked highways. X-Trail is incredibly family-friendly. Generous space for 5 and luggage. Third row of seats costs extra. Space offered inside X-Trail impresses. There's tons of room from the cabin and also the doors open incredibly wide too, almost to 180 degrees, actually, so that it's very easy to have in and out. The X-Trail is bigger compared to the previous versions. All 5 seats slide forwards and backwards by 26 centimeters and also reclining. This means you can optimize the inner configuration based upon your requirements. Need space for larger adults inside the rear? Slide the seats back. More boot space? Move them forwards. You've got the right number of cup holders and cubbies dotted about the interior, as well as a good-sized glove box to conceal your possessions away. While it's a 5-seat car out on the box, you may bolster Nissan X-Trail practicality through addition of the extra 2 sliding and reclining seats situated inside boot. This is really a £1,000 option, but will probably prove fairly popular as many buyers will order it just in case to help you on school runs and occasional forays with extra passengers. They fold away flat, so you've got a usable boot in the event you don't need all 7 seats. It isn't one of the most comfortable destination for a be sat inside the rearmost row, though. Taller passengers will feel cramped, however it's suitable for children or short hops. Those sat within the middle row should compromise on the legroom to install them into by sliding the bench forward. Just remember that you just don't get much boot space in any respect with all 3 rows of seats erected. The X-Trail is slightly longer and wider over a Qashqai crossover. Therefore it shouldn't seem like too much of any lump to operate a vehicle and maneuver. Various aids, for example parking sensors and cameras, can help when parking too, so while using X-Trail about won't seem like you're navigating a bus. The boot is large with a maximum of 550 litres on pre-2019 facelift cars. It increased to 565 litres on revised 2019 model year car, thanks with a new, flatter plastic molding liberating more space. Fold the spine seats flat, plus the boot space swells to your cavernous 1996 liters, and you are able to divide the backrest 60 hours 40 minutes to handle odd loads. The low-out B features a clever feature. As standard, a luggage board with 9 different configurations, meaning it is possible to vary the quantity of space to help keep objects from flying across the boot area. Look out also for electric tailgate operation, that takes a ponderous 7 seconds. Nissan X-Trails built after August 2019 added a waggle foot to open function, useful once your hands are stuffed with shopping bags or children.